Hello guys, so today we are going to discuss about conditionals and loop in Python. Okay, so let's start with conditions in Python. So conditions are something which decides the flow of your program. Like if you're writing some kind of program, then conditional statement are the statement which decides that how your application or your program will flow at some condition, at certain condition. Okay, let's say we are having two variables. Okay, let's a is equal to 12 and b is equal to 13. We have two variables, right? So you want to decide, like, if a plus b is equal to 25, then you want to say something like print f print sorry result is 25. Okay, so else you want to print like result is not 25. So if you know a little bit of mathematics, then you can know, like, a plus b is 12 plus 13 is what? Is 25. So this block should execute. Okay, so if you run this code right now, you can see result is 25. If it is not the case, then let's say if I have something 14 here, and if we now run this application, you can see result is not 25. Means this is going, means our conditional statement, this if and else statement, this is controlling that how our application will flow under certain condition. Okay, so not only that, we have some more statement also, like and if this is just a midway, like if this not happen, then this should happen, and if this also not happen, then this should happen. We have some kind of condition, right? Like if a plus b is equal to 25, then print result is 25. And let's say if it is not 25, and if a plus b is less than 25, then print something like print result is less than 25. Or we can have one more condition here, like if a plus b is greater than 25, then we can also have something like print result is greater than 25. So now you got the point, like we are controlling the flow of our program using these statements. Okay, so whenever we are going to get, like, if a plus b is 25, then program will print this one, and it is not going to print all this, any of this. Okay, in case it is not true, means a plus b is not 25, then it is going to check this condition, like whether a plus b is less than 25 or not. If it is so, sorry, if it is so, then it is going to print this particular line, which is result is less than 25. If this is also not the case, then it is going to go into this line, and it checks like if a plus b is greater than 25 or not. And if it is so again, then it is going to print this line. And if all these statements are not true, the means all these statements are not true, then it is going to go, then it's good, then it's going to go into else block, and print like results is not 25. Okay, so if I'm not now going to run this application, you can see it is saying result is greater than 25. Means obviously if you are just going to add this, you will find that result is something like 26. So this makes sense, like, yeah, result is greater than 25. Okay, so it is not printing this also. Let's say I have written something like here, after doing all those things, this statement is this statement is not contained in any of the block. So now if you are going to run this application, so completed will be running after whatever queries are solved, like whatever it is, like whatever conditions we have placed. After all those things are done, then do we are going to print this complete. Okay, because this is independent of whatever condition you are having. Like if all these codes are executed, then this is going to run by default, or whatever code you are going to have, that is going to execute after that. Okay, now there's one more loop, one more type of condition, which is nested nested conditions. Like if let's say if after in here else, if I'm going to check, like if something more we can check here, like if a is greater than 10, okay, then print something like a is greater than 10. Okay, so here we are checking one more condition. Okay, and again, one more thing we can check here. If b is less than 10, then also do something like print b is less than 10. Okay, so if you are not going to run that, and let's say put it something like um, let's make something which is neither belong to this. So either ways it is going to be something like that. So let's remove this one first, so to avoid confusion. Okay, so if like we have just only two conditions out there, like if a plus b is equal to 25, and if a greater than 10, and then print this one, or if b is less than 10, then print this one, then print completed. If I'm not going to now going to run that, you can see the result is not 25. Okay, so first of all thing is going to say something like this, and next thing, here it is saying a is greater than 10, means it is going to print that. Now it isn't printed this one. Why? Because b is not less than 10, it is 14. Okay, so hope you got the point, like how to use conditional conditionals in Python. Okay, after that, this already I have discussed this nested one. Next thing, we are going to have this loops in Python. So in Python, we have basically two kind of loops. One is for loop and one is while loop. There is no do while loop in Python. Okay, but you can have some tweak to have do while kind of a loop. So if you want that kind of tweak, then do let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, let's head on to these two basic loops which we have in Python, which is while loop and for loop. So let's say we have some numbers out there. Let's say we have I is equal to 0. Okay, and while loop, first let me give you the basic idea behind loops for someone who is really new or beginner in programming. Okay, so loops are something which we are going to run again and again in any programming language. Okay, like if you want to display something, e- like let's say 100 times or 200 times, then you're not going to like that statement again and again up to 100 times. In that case, loops are used. Loops are just used to repeat a particular statement for several times. It can be anything like two, three, 400, anything. Okay, so this is the basic idea behind loops. So now we can have like while loop. So while I is less than 10, let's print I, and each and every time I'm going to increase I, and we all know that you need increase I like I plus equal to 1, or you can use like I is equal to I plus 1, both will be fine. Okay, so now if I'm going to run this application, you can see here, like it is displaying from 0 to 9. Okay, so and that makes sense. So if I'm going to use this one, and then it is going to print up to 10. No, sorry, it's not going to print up to 10. We have to put something equal to here, then it is going to print up to 10. Okay, so now it is printing up to 10. Hope you got the point. Now, this is basic idea behind while loop. Next thing we got here is for loop. Let's say we have a for loop for I in something array 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Let's say we have some bunch of values in there. Okay, now let's print the value of I. So it is going to, so what is going to do, it is going to loop over each and every value in this particular array, and it's going to print out here. Okay, so let's run this application, and you can see here it is going to go into, I first will print this one, and then 2, then 3, then 4. And not only that, we have range also, I in range. So let's do that also. For I in range 10. Okay, then print I. You can use this one also. There are a bunch of other things also, you can use that. Yeah, now you can see 0 1 2 0 9 up to 9 means it will always print one less, means 10 means it will print up to 9 starting from 0. If you want to display it like normal up to 10, so you can increase 1 here. Okay, what happened? What happened? Okay, so run that again. Yeah, so you can see here it is displaying up to 10. Okay, so this is the basic kind of a for loop. Now let's have a look on loop controls. Like these are something like which just controls the loop flow. Like we have here this if else, like this we have some loop controls also. Okay, let's say we don't want, let's comment out other things. Okay, let's comment each and everything here. Okay, okay, so here we are going to have something like if I is equal to 2, then we need to have something like pass, or maybe something like continue. Now what does this keyword do? This is a kind of skip used in programming language. Like if I'm placing something like continue, means it will print everything except this 2. Okay, so just run this application, you can see here. Okay, what happened? This again. So you can see here if I is equal to 2. So let me show this example again. We're removing it from here. It is just having some cache issue in there. So let's do this here. Okay. Okay. So let's remove this. Close all. Now it's okay. Like now we have this thing. So let's run this simple. Like yeah, we have 1 2 3 4 5 bullets. Now let's understand the continue keyword. What is continue keyword? If I is equal to, let's say, 2, then we are going to hit continue keyword. And what this will do, this will just skip this 2 and print remaining of the remaining of the values in this array. Okay, so just run this. Now you can see it just skips that 2 part and just prints everything except that 2. Okay, now if I'm just going to use pass, there's one more keyword which is pass. Now if I'm just going to run that, that is going to print every value. This pass just ignore. It's just meaning ignore. You can use not only in for loop, you can use anywhere. Like we have started something and we are not going to end that. Like let's say we have started some while loop while I less than 10, and I don't know what to do after that, so I just you going to use pass, and that's it. And why it is giving me error? Oh, because we don't have I is equal to 0. So yeah, now you can just use something like pass. If I'm not going to use this pass, it is going to go throw me error. So if you have just sort of some functions or something like that, and you can just use this pass to ignore that. Means you are telling basically here like, okay, just keep it for now. We are going to do something else after a while or something like that. For that, we can mainly use pass. This means just ignore for now. So this is uh, so we discussed about continue and pass, and there's one more which is break. So break is something like if I meets two, then just break and do nothing after that. Just come out of the loop. Just do nothing after that. So if I'm not now going to run this application right now, close all. Yeah. Now I'm just going to run this application right now. What happened? What happened? Um, if I is equal to true, then break. Okay. Um, Actually, it is going to print nothing. Okay. If I is equal to two, then it is going to break over there. Oh, first remove that one. I know it is going to take that one. That's why it is creating problem. Yeah. Now you can see I is equal to 1. You can see here because it was taking that value, that's why it was showing nothing. So means it is just going to print this 1, and now when it sees this 2 value, now it is saying okay, it's 2, means I need to break, and now it's break after that, and it is going to print nothing after that, and it is going to come out of the loop. Okay, so hope you got the point. So this is it for this video, and if you like this video, do hit a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And see you till then, and enjoy.